Hi everyone and welcome to the video release of Baby Milestones Girl. As you probably saw, obviously the last kit was our Baby Milestones Boy, and I know a lot of you, we got such great feedback on it. And a lot of you had asked, is there a Baby Girl one? Is there a Baby Girl one? And here it is. This is fantastic. If you've seen the Baby Boy one, the Baby Girl is a very similar kit, obviously, but in the girl version. So in order to simplify things, if you thought, gee, I wonder what's in there, just watching the initial part of this video here, that is it. Is there, obviously everything is the same elements, papers, all that kind of stuff, but it's obviously in the girl's colors, the girl's phrases, all that kind of stuff. So for those of you that didn't see that one, this is a fantastic collection that celebrates all of the milestones of your baby girl's first year. There are some terrific journal cards in here that capture everything, like first haircut, first tooth, first this, first that, first night's sleep, first, so that you can have everything diarized. And everything is done for you. All you have to do is just fill in that particular date. So very, very easy to work with. Super complete. So that way you do have everything you'll need in one kit for that baby girl's first year. So before we move on here, this is our bundled version, which includes all 5 coordinated products. You do save 20% purchasing it as a bundled collection versus purchasing each item individually. So certainly worth the extra expense and worth purchasing as a bundle. So as you'll see in here, as I mentioned before, the girls' colors, which are so pretty. Obviously, this is such a girls' kit, and it is so fitting. Here it is. Look at how sweet that little teddy is, and the beautiful soft pink of the roses and everything else really gives it everything that you were hoping for, I hope, and expecting to have a baby girl's kit, and in order to have that soft feeling and warmth and everything else. So as like I mentioned before, there is so many options with this to do mini albums, baby shower invitations, the first cards for the babies, not only for their first, obviously, birthday, but for the parents, for welcoming them home, for having that first baby, whatever it is. You see the beauty of everything here. Here's the florals just shining through. So you can see how you can go very, very elegant, very upscale if you want to. And it also has the more cute appeal, the more whimsical appeal that have in both background papers and embellishments. So you have both of those options. Things like the hearts here, things like that. There is just a plethora of things in here to be able to create. Now, obviously, when you're creating for a baby, there is lots going on. There is lots of events that happen. There are not only birthdays and everything else, but there is so much that you're going to want to create lots. And here is the option for you. Baby's very first year. Look at how Mary Fran has already completed this stationery side border paper for you. So easy to create with. Like as you can see, that could easily be a scrapbooking layout page where you just add in some photos, some journaling, off you go. It could easily be a card. Like imagine that for the very front of your card. There are so many options with these things here. And these other papers here that are just going to come up, these ones, the stationery backs, you're going to see how I use this in my card making idea. I'll show you that at the very end, but you're going to see how, in essence, I made a really, really sweet card in a matter of minutes because of the finished things that Mary Fran gives you in this kit. So background papers here, these are the tartans, so you have so many options, like I said earlier, and so many of the colors, that are bright and soft in order to complement the baby girl. So now into the elements and embellishments. The baby bottle, the bunting, again, fabulous, festive, great for parties, whether that, like I said earlier, whether that's a shower, whether that's a birthday party, whatever it is. And as well, here are the cards that I was talking about, the journal cards, all about you. So everything is listed for you, so you don't have to think these things up like, oh, which are the things that I really wanted to remember, or should remember, or whatever. Those are captured for you. You just have to fill everything in for yourself. Same thing all about your name, your full name, what it means, why we chose it. Great things in order to have. As the years go by, we all know those things get lost in memory. Baby's first, the first time home, first smile, etc., etc. Again, all you have to do is fill them in, place those into a wonderful card, into a scrapbook album, into a mini album, into whatever it is that will be a treasured keepsake for forever. Baby's favorites for foods, toys, blankets, people, very first birthday, and wishes. The wishes the parents had for the baby. I hope you love, I hope you learn, I hope you try to. How sweet would that be when years and years go by and your baby girl can reflect back on that and see exactly what it was that you felt at that moment. Baby's first birthday, obviously we got to have some elements for that because that is a big celebration. Dream big, little one. Beautiful buttons in order to go if that is the vision for what you're creating. There is that, like I said, whimsical style. Folder tabs. These are great for many, many things. Among them, one of them is obviously when you're doing a mini album or a scrapbook album, these can be little areas. So this is, you could write in there, this was baby coming home. The next one is, baby's first month or baby's first year or whatever it is, baby's first whatever. You can easily then place those tabs into the mini albums and scrapbook albums in order to find things quickly. Flower clusters, obviously we want to give you lots of embellishments that are individual. We know a lot of you have your own creativity, you want to create it yourself and do it yourself, and we want to give you those pieces for that. Obviously frames, you're going to have tons and tons of photos, and heart. Wonderful girl, beautiful baby, and unbelievably cute. Again, simple journal cards. As you saw in the other ones that I was saying, where Mary Fran had captured all the things such as first haircut, first smile, all that sort of stuff. These are there for emotions, for maybe there's other things within your family. Maybe you have traditions or things like that that you wanted to capture. And so you have these blank ones that then that way you can make it very, very personalized exactly to you and your family. Here are the month cards. So these are the date, height, weight, milestones. And obviously lots of room underneath in order to write the milestones that happened in the month, but also if there was other things that you wanted to capture for each and every month, well, they're here. So this gives you a full 12 months for that whole first year in order to retain all that information. Lots of great phrase strips, as you'll see, very, very well crafted and prettily put together, so they're very simple to just place into your paper craft and move on. You don't have to worry about, oh, what's the right font and how should I, what do I want to say or how do I want to say it? There are a lot of things are done, and those are obviously also really good things when you first are creating in a kit and you maybe have a little bit of creative block. Use those baby girl joy. Use things like this that already have phrases done for you. Use those as a source of inspiration because it may trigger something for you and think, hey, I could do this, and off to the races you go. Baby's memory book. This is your story. There it is. There's the whole title page done right for you. Now, this is obviously comes to you in a certain size, and if you wanted something else, Mary Fran has graciously given you just this insert because maybe you didn't want the floral around the outside. You wanted something that was more cute. You wanted the baby feet, or you wanted something else. There you go. You have the option in order to still create that. Again, here's more word strips for you. So maybe we've captured the exact thing that you wanted to say in your paper craft, and it makes it very easy to just place in. But in the event that we didn't capture it, or English is not your first language, here are the ones that you can use as blank word strips so that way you can fill it in exactly as you want. So that's everything that comes in just the FQB, just the main kit. Our little bits, which is our additional elements pack, is all completely unique elements. Again, for those of you that have been with us for a long time, you know this, but for those of you that are new, these are all completely different, but are coordinated and go with this kit. And we want to give you so many more options. Obviously, a kit can only be so large before you feel like, okay, I don't want to charge, have to keep upping the price or whatever because we've included just so much. And that is the point of it all, is we want to give you so much additional things for those of you that are creating multiple items. These are really, when you're creating with babies, we know there's going to be multiple items, and we want to give you so many various options that you can continue to create and everything doesn't look the same. So our solid background paper pack is just as it sounds. These are solid, coordinated, color-coordinated background papers to use as backing for your embellishments, backing for your photos, or use them as a standalone paper. This is a beautiful hue of pink. It's got a very light muted lined pattern in it. Why not put on the digital stamp, put on some flowers, add in a photo, maybe a journaling card. You can see how it comes together very easily. Add in a couple of ribbons or the buttons just to fill in some of the dead areas in order to give them a little excitement and pop. There you go. You have it already coming together. So that's the point of having these solid background papers in each and every individual kit. The two are the pattern background papers, but you will, and you have seen these patterns before, but you haven't seen them in this color, in these colors. So there is the floral. Now, obviously, we saw it with a white background. We saw it with a darker kind of a gray-black background, that sort of stuff. But you didn't see it in the green. So again, giving you more creative options. So that way you don't have everything looking exactly the same and having repeats. You have coordinates. That is the whole basis of doing these things. And also, the whole beauty of it all is when you have so much to choose from, you can do those things. Lastly is our alpha. So this is what we call our Baby Milestones Girl Talk. And as you can see, very pretty, very fresh, very new life. Everything about it really evokes that feeling. Use these alphas. These are great for having large, whether it's the baby's name, whether it's the date, whether it is a location, whether it is an emotion that you wanted to spell love, whatever it is that you wanted to do. Alphas are fabulous elements, and if you haven't used them before, then use them, try them out, because once you get using them, you'll think, you know what, this is exactly what I wanted. In that upper corner, I wanted something that was big and punctuated this. Here it is, the alpha can do that. Lastly, I'll show you the layout inspiration, which Mary Fran has done. What a beautiful little layout. Doesn't that just, with the white background, and you can see how Mary Fran used a solid white background there, doesn't that just say, fresh, new, baby? There's so much joy there. Cute little samplers of all the background papers, kind of looks like a quilt almost, with that photo in there, and festive. So that is one idea for that. Use these as inspiration for yourself. Maybe you like a portion of it. You like how the bear is layered over top of this the stamp, or maybe how Mary Fran turned this journal card in here, things like that. Maybe just that's the only inspiration you drew from that, and that's fine. That's what they're here for. But maybe you love the whole thing. Well, no problem in just copying it. You know, that there's no shame in that. That's how you learn. That's how you have differences and everything else. So don't hesitate to do that as well. Lastly is the card. So as I mentioned when we were going through the FQB, this with Precious Girl, the florals, and this beautiful damask pink paper around the outside, this is all a paper that is done for me. So I printed it, put the one paper on, put on this element of the bear and the one tag for new arrival, and there it is. So like I said, I literally created a card in minutes. But look at how sweet it turned out, because there is so much work that Mary Fran has done for you. You can have those quick creations and still have stunning, stunning results. So thanks for tuning in to our Baby Milestones Girl collection. But before you leave, look down in the right-hand bottom corner of this screen. You'll see our Nitwit Collections logo, and if you click on that, you'll subscribe to our YouTube channel, which will make you aware of every time a new video is produced by us and comes out, so that way you won't miss out on anything. And also, before you head off to get this kit for yourself, give us a thumbs up. Maybe leave us a comment if you liked it, what you liked about it, what your plans are for it, whatever it is. We're always happy to hear from you. So thanks once again for tuning in, and we hope you love this kit and have so much fun creating with it for the baby girl in your life. Thanks again, and happy creating.